Again, if we look at Nigeria, in which this is a jurisdiction where about 80 to 85% of our economy is in the informal sector, which are basically what you call a one-man business. A few would have more than one man, but technically it's a one-man business. And do you think we have critical issues with business integrity, business ethics, basic ethics? Let's talk about ethics. Yeah, we've talked about integrity and all that a little bit with ethics. But again, let's talk about ethics in business. You've talked about trust and integrity, but ethics is very important. What do you see across board, from civil service to the private sector to the one-man business running a shoe cobbler business on the roadside? Do you see, what do you see as in terms of ethics of doing business here that's different from other parts of the world?
Well, ethics in Nigeria and in most parts of the world have undergone significant sea changes over the last, if you like, the last 50 years or thereabouts. There were times in Nigeria where you could tell someone to drop something for you on the roadside that you will come and pick it from there. And the person will drop you there and walk away, and you will come and pick it up. Until some years ago, even in campuses, the vendor would leave the papers. I don't know if we still have a generation of students who remember that. The vendor will leave the papers on the stand and go away. The students will come, pick the newspaper and leave their money there. The vendor will come later and collect it. It's unbelievable now that that can happen in Nigeria. Yeah. And so there has been a significant sea change around the whole world where that element of essential personal ethics is seriously challenged. People don't believe they need to be ethical. They believe it is smart to cheat, you know. In fact, some people measure their smartness by their capacity to cheat, not their capacity to honor an agreement or to honor the word. The more people they can cheat, the faster, the much more clever, the smarter they think they are as businessmen. So that sea change has gone around the world. It's not really in Nigeria. There was the whole principle of trade by barter.
This was decades and decades and years of life ago. But let's talk about, let's expand that a little bit into what you call customer service, client service, what have you, because you service client. Do you think, well, the word on the street is that customer service is zero in Nigeria?
It's not really zero. There are some companies that are doing extremely well on customer service. You know, every year there are all these surveys on customer service. Some companies do extremely well on company services in various industries. You could pick industries and identify some that do very well on customer service. But it requires a lot of investment. There's investment in the technical training of customer service. That is the hard service. Produce the product or deliver the service at the right time. You go to a hotel, the waiter must attend to you in 10 minutes. That's hard service. You can train people to do that. But the soft service is how does the waiter provide his service? Is he smiling? Is he treating you as a friend? Is he welcoming you to the restaurant? Is he asking about your welfare while taking your order? Is he asking how was your day? Or is he just saying, drop the paper in front of you, can I have your order? And say, look, give me your order, I want to move. So there's a soft service, the human factor, the way the person handles the service. Then there's the technical service, the actual product or service that is required. So a few companies are doing extremely well, but they are very few. If you are looking at the standard across any industry, it's probably very low. Maybe not zero, but quite low.
Maybe not zero. But on the executive orders that were signed May the 18th this year, do you think we can resolve our business issues, ease of doing business, via executive orders?
Well, executive orders were meant to address specific things. Immigration, for example. You needed to sort out the immigration issue. People should be able to come into Nigeria very quickly, do their business and go away. You needed to deal with that. You needed to deal with the airport situation. where people were held for long hours just to check in. So it was like, pick a few things and get it done. You want to incorporate a company. In some countries, it takes 2 days. In Nigeria, it used to take 3 months just to incorporate a company. But with the executive orders, we have moved to 10 days. Most parts of Nigeria now, you can incorporate your company 10 days flat. In some of the offices can do it in less than 10 days. So the executive orders were meant to do that. Look at specific things and let's get them done, as many as government can do immediately. But the ease of doing business is a whole ecosystem. Ease of doing business is like the weather. It's like a community where everybody, from the gate man in the ministry to the permanent secretary, knows that any person coming through the door is a customer that deserves service so that the country can move forward. So even a gate man knows that this investor who is coming through this door may create a factory that will employ 1,000 people. So I'm not going to hold the gate man with the investor waiting for 1 minute because I'm expecting some money. I'm expecting some tip before I can before I usher him. And the secretary, the receptionist is also aware that this man standing here may end up creating a factory that is going to employ 3,000 people, including my relatives.
So it's a mindset, is it?
That is a mindset, it's an ecosystem where everybody, and if you go to environments where that exists, if you go to a country like Mauritius or Singapore, even a taxi driver, the receptionist at the counter, the way they talk to you, they know you have come to help their economy.
And the urgency involved.
And they need to attend to you so that you can encourage other people to come to their country.
I think that's very insightful. Thank you.
Thank you.
For bringing your expertise and your experience into that. Do have a great day. From Uimaji, the managing consultant, managing partner and chief executive officer, Gabriel Idahosa. We're going back to the marketplace, continue to get a bigger sense of some of the news we have from the securities marketplace. We'll be right back into it.